everyone, my name is Tamara Chambers and I have a ring pop because my blood sugar's low. It's watermelon, I think. I can't actually tell the flavor. It's just bad. It just tastes like weird. It honestly does not have a flavor, so. This is definitely why everyone clicked on this video. Tonight, I saw Bad Times at the El Royale. It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while, there is a film that just comes in under everyone's radar and is just so good, and it's just not talked about, and you're like, what's going on here? Am I crazy, or was that one of the best films I've ever seen? Why isn't everyone talking about this? Why haven't I heard everything about this film? Why am I looking at a fake watch on my wrist? Those are the questions we ask ourselves. This is that film. This film, though, is so good that I can't even call it a movie. I keep calling it a film. That's when you know. When Tamara starts getting pretentious, that's when you know. This movie was so outrageously beautiful that somebody like me who isn't, I don't know, I've seen a lot of films now, and I know that I'm technically a movie reviewer, I guess, if you even want to call it that, but I'm dumb when it comes to like movies. I didn't grow up watching them, but you see this and even a dumb like myself knows that it's stunning, it's beautiful, and like excitingly so. Like you watch it and you're excited, and every shot that comes up you're like, oh, what beautiful. I wouldn't even call this like that immersive of a story, or like that even like brilliant or out of this world of a story. The characters were just written so fucking well that you're like in it to win it. You're in it to win it, in it to win it. Ah yeah, push it. What is that from? Is that High School Musical? Jesus Christ, Tamara. This cast was incredible. There's two breakout stars, I would say, that I've not seen in anything else. I think they were out of this world. But one thing that I really need to address is that in my earlier days of making these reaction videos, Tamara's never seen, I think it was on, is I mixed up Jeff Bridges and Kurt Russell. Because I don't know what I'm doing. And I was like, I don't really like Kurt Russell, and I was talking about Jeff Bridges, and Jeff Bridges wasn't in Escape to New York. I understand the levels of dumbness that goes into that. I think I've only ever seen Jeff Bridges as the dude, and to be very honest with all of you, I've not even seen The Great Lebowski all the way through, ever. I've seen like bits and pieces of it, and I just felt like I couldn't do it as a Tamara's never seen because I had seen a little bit of it. So I've not even seen him fully in that. And then I saw him like a year back, Hell or High Water in 2016. So I was watching all the Oscar-nominated films, and I wasn't a fan of that movie, and so I think I just lumped him into this like, oh, old, like, crotchety man kind of thing. And by God, I was never so happy to be so wrong while watching a movie. He was so good in this movie, you guys. I was like giggling at like these parts that are very serious, and he's like crying and bearing his soul, and I'm just giggling because he's so good in these parts. And it just blew me away. In my notes, one of the last things I wrote is amazing acting, Jeff, period. Sorry, period. Cynthia Erivo. I've never seen her in anything before. At least I don't think that I have. She was phenomenal. Anytime her and Jeff Bridges were in a scene together, it was just music. It was just pure magic, symphony of incredible acting on screen. They were just beautiful together. I'm so pumped up right now. I have so much adrenaline in my soul for these actors. They did such a good job. And I'm blown away that it's not being talked about more. I saw this trailer 2 times before seeing it tonight. And that's crazy because I see at least one movie a week for Tamara just saw for this show. And so I end up seeing a lot of trailers a lot of times. And this one I saw twice. It was an incredible trailer. I thought it was really beautifully done. I was a little upset that it gave too much away, and then watching the movie, it didn't give too much away at all, in a beautiful, beautiful way. It's an incredible trailer now looking back on it, knowing what it gives away and what it doesn't. I have heard no one talk about this. I've seen no reviews online. Before going into the film, I was like, is anyone even gonna watch this if I make an episode of it. So I looked up a written review on like IGN or something. I completely disagree with the author of this article. They were like, oh, they misused time a bit, and it's really pretty, and we think it's great, but like, there's a lot of like misused time, and like you could have cut out like 20 minutes, and I super disagree. I think it was all used really well. I saw the run times, 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I was like, all right, it's kind of a lot. I just spent the last Saturday watching all 8 of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, and all of those are like 90 minutes, which is great. Now sitting down for a 2 hour and 20 minute movie, I'm like, oh God, I'm a little spoiled. I'm a little spoiled with runtime. But every single moment was super captivating, and not even like high stakes adrenaline, just beautiful, beautifully done. If this doesn't get nominated for cinematography, then I quit this ring pop. Soundtrack is amazing. It's absolutely incredible how they use sound in this. Mostly coming from our lead that I've already spoken about a lot. She is a vocalist, she's a singer, and oh my God, she's so good. And her acting and her subtle facial expressions while she's singing in these really intense moments, it just accentuates what's happening. It's so well done. The great thing about the hotel, it's this seedy place right outside of Reno, and it's right on the line of California and Nevada. And it's so much so that you see the line going through the hotel. You can choose if you want to stay on the California side, the Nevada side. I love that. And the imagery is so beautiful because you're always toying the line. And in this, at the very end, there's a character who has been struggling with himself and toying the line of good and evil. And at a crucial point, he ends up on the line at the hotel. And it's just so well done. And it sounds kind of like it's just gonna hit you over the head with this symbolic gesture, but it's so gorgeous. And like, I cried. I was crying at this film. It was so good. I'm very excited right now. Is this how you guys feel about film all the time? Is this why you watch movies? Okay. The trailer very much alluded to people really being in it heavily, and then those people are not in it heavily in some aspects, and that's such a cool thing. When like the trailer shows you in Hereditary, I thought the little girl, I was like, there's no way that she died. Spoilers, sorry. If you haven't seen Hereditary, the little girl dies pretty early on. And I was like, no, there's no fucking way that this little girl died right now. She's all over the trailer. She's the lead of the movie. No way. And I love that use of trailer, that like, trailers are such a work of art in their own selves now. Like, it's such a big deal. It pumps you up, and it, usually it just gives a lot away. And if you can do it in a way that really intrigues you, like this one did, I thought it was one of the best trailers I've seen in a very long time. If you can do that while not giving everything away, or while taking the audience in a completely different direction than what they thought they were getting into, that's so cool. You want to know the most nitpicky thing I could ever think of is 2 times in the film, there was kind of something loud happening, and somebody would say something really quietly, and then somebody over on the other side of the room would hear it, and I'm like, there's no way they heard that. There's loud stuff happening. This one girl's swinging on a chandelier, and she asks this guy what his name is, and he like whispers it like this, and she's like, oh, it's great to meet you. And it's like, there's no way that she heard him say that. There's absolutely no way. That's the only complaint I have with the whole movie. Jim O'Hara was in this, and also Nick Offerman was in this, so it's like a little Parks and Rec reunion. It's like my perfect film. Anything with Parks and Rec. It's just so weird in our day and age with social media being so crazy that like I guess I always imagine that if there's a movie that's really good, I'm gonna hear about it because I'm like kind of in that world, or like at least I'm on Twitter and I follow a bunch of movie reviewers, and like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I should have heard way more about this movie. Let me know if you guys feel as dramatically as I felt about this film. I'm so interested if this was just like a weird Tamara itch that it just really got and scratched, because I loved it. I thought it was so good. Sometimes I fall into the pit of liking films that are a little pretentious, maybe because I didn't grow up with film, so I see something for the first time that's really artsy or something, and I'm like, what? You can do this with film? And then everyone's like, no, Tamara, calm down. It's been done, and it's artsy, and it's just, no one likes that. I fell into that with Mother. I really loved it, and everyone was like, oh, gross. Oh my God, so pretentious. So I'm wondering if this is that kind of deal, but I don't think so. I think it was absolutely beautiful. I really loved Cabin in the Woods. Same guy that directed that. He wrote and directed this. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you next week. Bye.